Hello, it's Betsy from Tender Art Studio. How is everybody today? I just wanted to do a quick flip through of my January 2017 bullet journal pages. And so here we go. We'll just jump right into it. I wanted to pick one of my most favorite quotes for the title page, and this is it. The greatest achievement was at first and for a time a dream. The oak sleeps in the acorn, the bird waits in the egg, and in the highest vision of the soul a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of reality. Love that quote. And then my theme for the month is cozy at home, because that's basically what we do in January is we stay cozy at home. So I've done this little illustration for this month, and you can't get any more cozy than that. There's knitting next to the rocking chair, the puppy on the hearth, a roaring fire in the fireplace, and a little January header. So that is my opening pages, and I do love it very much. In fact, if the rest of the pages had turned out just as cute, I would be really happy. But that's okay, because everything is a learning process. And one of the main things about my bullet journal is it does work hard. And one of the reasons I did do this so decoratively is because last year I focused more on the functional, and I did not really enjoy my bullet journal. It was not pretty. There are some pretty pages later when I realized that I needed it for my soul. But yeah, so I decided I was going to be much more intentional about my bullet journal this year and make it beautiful and be proactive with decorating it. And so there is my monthly layout, and it's just the classic grid style because I'm very visual and I need to see how full my week is at a glance, and this helps me to do that. Lays it out really nicely so that when I'm getting ready to plan for the week, I already have a feeling of what my month looks like. And I have some cute little balls of yarn and knitting needles here, and then I always have some calendar notes here, so if something is scheduled out here and I need more information, it's there in my calendar notes. And for this month, for most of this month, I used this collection of the Tombow dual point markers. This is, I think it's called the Nature Selection, and this was actually my first set, and one of the reasons I chose it was because it had the black in it and a really good basic gray as well. This I think is probably my favorite color, 026. But anyway, I'll put a link in the description below of to these markers. They're from Amazon, as is much of my stuff. And just going back to this, these are also the Tombow markers, and I just used like a blending palette, which in my case is like a piece of plastic, and just, you just take the marker and you can rub it right on here like that, so you're laying down some color, and then you can go back with your water brush or any brush and pick it up and paint with it that way, which is one of the neat things about the Tombow markers. So that is how I did that coloring. But for the illustration, I used mostly the Prismacolor pencils. And everybody's familiar with those. It's dry and easier for me. I'm not that confident with watercolors that I felt like I could get a good result, so I used Prismacolors. And then after the monthly spread, we have work tasks, personal tasks, and then some people call this a brain dump. I'm just calling it random notes, and I have it as a 2-column because I tend to want to write sort of small. I think it looks neater when you're done. So that's my random notes. and then my first habit tracker. And even though I've been bullet journaling for a long time, I really never tried tracking. So I'm excited to do this, and I've got my list here. 2 cozy cups of coffee or tea. Character cannot be made except by a steady, long, continued process. I thought that fit so well. You might see that this looks a little scribbly. That's because I thought I was going to just color in the squares where I knew I would. Okay, so for example, like functional fitness, I'm supposed to do that 2 to 3 days a week. So I was just going to color or outline those squares 2 per week. But then I just thought, I don't want to get that restrictive with myself. I just need to do it twice a week. It doesn't matter what 2 days it is. And the same with yoga or stretching, and the same with strength training. So I just thought, I'm just going to leave it. They're all there, and I will fill in the days that I do it, and that's how that's going to go. And then here I have a month in review, and it's kind of going to be my memories page. I'm really looking forward to this because, again, the last bullet journal was way too functional. I need some pretty. And so I hope to either do some doodles or just hand lettering and make things pretty. And I actually even went ahead and did all of my weeklies because, well, for one, because I'm always so inspired by the folks on Instagram and YouTube, especially Amanda Rach Lee. I just think she's so talented, and her spreads are lovely and minimalistic. And so she definitely heavily influenced my weekly spreads. So, but I do need a lot of information on my weekly spread. So I do have all the days, a section for notes, a task list, priorities, waiting, and horizon. And then I have a little quote. Come along, we'll see if tea and biscuits can make this world a better place. Little caddy with some cookies and tea. And on today, since it's a holiday and I'm home, I didn't have any appointments or anything. So I put, she believed she could, so she did. So my little motivation for today. And I did come back in later and add water trackers. So that's what those little squares are. And I actually added the water trackers when I had finished everything. So in some places they do definitely look like an afterthought. And that's because they are. Just making sure I'm in frame here. Okay, January 8th through 14th. Tasks, priorities, waiting, horizon. And then my days of the week, Monday through Sunday there. So you may notice that my monthly spread is just a traditional Sunday through Saturday. That's because I'm just a traditional girl, and I can't have a calendar that starts on Monday and ends on Sunday. My brain won't wrap around it, and I'll get twisted around. But the work week always starts with Monday, so my weeklies don't really line up with my monthly, and that's okay. Hydration trackers here. This one was very inspired by Amanda Rach Lee. She did one last year, I can't recall which month it was, where she had cute little plants hanging. I chose little lanterns with candles in them and put Shine Bright. I really like this one. I've got priority, tasks, waiting, horizon. And again, that's that one color, that 26. I used that a lot. I really liked it. It's a very pretty color. And then I think this is my last. Oh, and it has a typo on it. It says 24th through 28th, but it's actually 22nd through the 28th. Oh well. With a hydration tracker. So that is it. And a little teapot and 2 teacups and sugar and creamer. I think that's very cute. And then we just have some collections that I shared with you on my last video, the 2018 bullet journal setup. So that's it. I hope that you like it. If you recall from my last video, I am still trying to come up with my one little word. So if you have any ideas, you could put them in the comment box. I hope you like this video. I hope that you will give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing. I hope to be taking you on my goal journey this year. I've got 3 big goals I'm working on, and I hope to do, a monthly flip through and set up in Ye Old Bullet Journal. And so I hope you'll join me for that, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.